It could be other public cloud platforms, but sovereign cloud environments, basically alternatives to the hyperscalers out there, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, mainly because cost, and that's obviously they're pressed and they're paying, 3 times as much as they thought they'd be paying in the cloud, and that's kind of something I wrote about in my book. And then the security stuff, which people have a tendency to don't think about.
The case it declines Swiss health company. They have probably like 2 or 3 hospitals that are considered on the premium sector on the Swiss market. Our decision to move out of AWS and cloud providers was driven mostly by 2 things. The first one was, of course, the bill. The bill was getting high really, really fast. When you were summing like storage, already the resources you were using to run their models and all these things that are required for that. And the second thing that also plays a huge role, that played a huge role for that, was mostly the legislation on the Swiss government. So it's a health company. And when we're talking about AI, everyone nowadays and all the governments are trying to find the best way to somehow make sure that the data will not be used for some shady purposes. If we could like put it in one sentence, I would just say like cost saving and security. So when we were on AWS, when the client was on AWS, the bill was probably around 40,000 per month, and in terms of resources. But nowadays they're running around 50,000 per day, if I'm not mistaken, or roughly that number. So the increase is quite big. Of course, because of the increase, we are at the moment, if we go as we are, around 60%. 60%, 65% improvement on cost.
So as we wrap up, what key lessons or advice would you share with other organizations watching this who are questioning their current cloud spend and considering repatriation or a different cloud strategy, or basically moving to other platforms, cloud or not?
I think the most important thing is to understand if your business has like these sort of spikes of usage. So if that's the case, definitely cloud will be the solution. But if you have a constant usage and you know what it is, it will be useful to reconsider the numbers. It's pretty easy to keep track of that, and I think it makes more sense to have it in-house. So it's always better to have either a hybrid option or to explore either what works best for your use case.